A few weeks ago, I made a video called How Much GP per Hour is Mining Rune Ore in Prifddinas, and people seem to like the video, so I thought that I would turn it into kind of a series where I would take an activity that you can do in multiple locations around RuneScape, but I would focus on one location in particular and show you guys the GP per hour. So today I decided to pick Wilderness Ents, which can also be found in the Woodcutting Guild, but the difference between the two is that the ones in the wilderness give you more logs. Because for those of you who don't know, you kill the Ents and then you use a woodcutting axe to cut logs from them. And the ones in wilderness give you more logs. Now obviously this is because it's the wilderness and you can get PK'd. And I looked up guides on how to kill this as efficiently as possible, but there were guides that were saying to use melee and there were guides that said to use range. So I decided to test both of the methods for 1 hour to see and then compare the two price checks with each other and see how much money I can actually make. Now for the range setup, I used a blowpipe with some pretty minimalistic gear. Black d'hide is obviously good against getting barraged, and it's really cheap, so it's always a good option. And the fastest way to get there is with a games necklace to teleport to the corporal beast, and then you just go out the cave and the Ents are all around you. Now there are also black unicorns, but they don't really deal nearly as much damage as the Ents. Now the obvious advantage of the ranging method is that you can safe spot these. There's a bunch of trees around the area, so you can easily safe spot them. I used Addy darts and also used a divine ranging potion, which is a complete waste of money. Don't use it because half the time that you're going to be potted up, you're going to spend chopping the Ents themselves. So I only drank 2 doses and also had some brews and restores in my inventory in case I was attacked by a PKer. And I was attacked twice, but they never actually managed to get me, so I would say I was pretty lucky, but I did this on a Sunday afternoon, so that's pretty much peak time. And obviously if you were to do this in less busy hours, then you wouldn't really have to deal with as many PKers probably. So by the end of the hour, I used 384 scales and 116 darts. I also got 384 magic logs, which are the primary source of GP that you're gonna get from these Ents. And the total price check was 457k. Also got 6.5k HP XP, almost 20k ranged XP, 11k woodcutting XP. And I forgot to mention that I did this with level 83 woodcutting and a dragon axe. I'm pretty sure that having the best in slot axe actually has an impact on how fast you chop the tree trunks of these Ents. And also the woodcutting level has a pretty big impact because I watched some videos with a similar concept, and with level 95 woodcutting, the price check was around 600k, so there's that. Also, you can get these as a slayer task, so if you do get them from Krystilia, the Wilderness Slayer Master, don't forget to use the Slayer Helm for that 12.5% extra damage boost. Now for the melee setup, I again went with the black d'hide because it's cheap magic defense and getting barraged is pretty much death. So I used a whip with a dragon defender and an amulet of torture, which I didn't use a necklace of anguish for the ranged gear. Also used a Nezi helm and a fire cape with climbing boots because they're like 1k each. Now in this hour I didn't get PK'd once, but there weren't any PKers to even try to kill me, so I guess you could say I was pretty lucky. But in total I got 406 magic logs and the total price check was 469k. Also got 2 birds nests, which is pretty cool. The seeds themselves were pretty much worthless, but the bird nests are like 4.8k each, so it's not much. But also got 16k melee XP, which obviously was spread through attack, strength, and defense because I used the whip. And also got 11k woodcutting XP and 5.6k HP XP, so I also used some supplies throughout the video. I used more supplies in the hour I was using melee because you obviously have to be in range in order to attack them, and the Ents do actually hit fairly often. So I would definitely recommend the blowpipe method because you just kill them faster, and you do spend money on darts and scales, but you don't really do this for money anyway. If you are on a slayer task, you probably just want to get through this task as fast as possible. So in total, I ended up making almost a mil GP in 2 hours, so it's not great, but I still thought it would make for an interesting video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe to me for more upcoming old school RuneScape content, and I hope you have a wonderful day.